What's up guys, this is Jago back again with another Minecraft video today. Today I'm talking about the Do a Barrel Roll achievement, which requires you to use the Riptide enchantment with the trident weapon, which is new to the game as of the new update for the aquatic update. I think this is phase 2. What you need to do first of all, you're probably wondering why actually I'm on the Xbox One version of the game right now. Well, I've actually got a little trick that I'm going to show you. Of the new update, you cannot actually create a tutorial world. What I'm going to show you right now is a trick, if you've still got Xbox One version of the game, a little trick to actually get the tutorial world into the new Better Together version of the game. So what you need to do is load up a game, a tutorial game on Xbox One. You then need to save the game and back out of it once you've started that tutorial world. You can then call it whatever you want just so you don't get confused. You see I've done this a couple of times. For this one, I'm just going to call it, what am I going to call it? I think we're going to call this one Chivos, actually, because what we're really going for is the achievements for this game. So we're going to call it this so I'm not confused. What I then need to do is back out of this version of the game and go back into the Better Together version. What that's going to do is then give me that particular map as an option to then synchronize. So if I go into play here, if I then go all the way down to the bottom of this screen here, you'll see there's quite a few maps that I've done previously as well. If I sync old worlds, this will actually fetch the worlds from the different platforms that I've used. I think they're only Xbox One in this case. Yeah, so Chivos is right there. I'm now going to start downloading this one and it'll convert. And then it should then be available, here it is, for me to use in this game. And that should mean that I can actually use the tutorial world as it would be available to me if it was playing the Xbox One version. Now this means that I've got pretty much everything I need ready and to hand to actually get this achievement that little bit easier, because the biggest problems that you're going to have here are mining. Well, I mean, diamond, there's no problem there. As you can see, we've got a great load of diamond down here to make all your equipment, armor and swords, etc. We've already got an enchantment table here, which we need to actually enchant the trident when we finally get one with the Riptide enchantment, and I'll show you how to get around that in a minute. We've also got a few other little bits and pieces. Basically, you can stock yourself up as needed here. Now, the first thing we need to do is find some zombies, because these are the things that turned into the drown. Now, if you actually dig in this place where you're seeing me dig right here, underneath there is a zombie spawner, which you can use to actually lure out the zombies. Now, I've got two different suggestions on how you can do this, really. You can either lure out the zombies and make them drown themselves by chasing you. Now, if we go down this little corridor here and then just round this corner, there's the spawner. Okay, so the zombies are going to just start popping out of here already. I'm actually currently on peaceful so that I could show you where this is, guys. In a second, I'll actually switch over to easy and the zombies will start to spawn. So what you want to do, here we go. So we've got some zombies coming out now that I'm on easy. And what I'm doing here is I'm just luring them out. Side. You'll see they're actually on fire right now. This is one key thing about why this one is probably not the best method, actually, because the sunlight can kill them off, and what we want is to get as many zombies drowned as possible to increase our chances of getting the trident. So what you can do here is just lure them into a big pit like this and force them to drown themselves. After a little while, you'll see that actually the zombie transforms into a drowned, and then they start to attack you. They can actually swim around a little bit. They become a little bit faster in the water. And in this case, we didn't get a trident drop. Now, you could just keep repeating that over and over again if you wanted to. The other suggestion that I have, which I think is just a little bit better, though it takes a bit more time to actually set up, is to dig out the ceiling above the room that has the spawner in it. And we need to then block the zombies in here so that they cannot actually escape when they do spawn into that room. So there's no way out for them here basically at all unless they swim up the water. What I'm now doing is with a bucket that you can find in one of the chests around the tutorial map, you just fill the room with as much falling water as you can to increase the chances of the zombies actually drowning. What I'm now trying to do is just make sure that all the water is filling up all of the spaces in the room, or as many of them as possible. I do want to leave one little air pocket right above the spawner itself, because if I don't, that's going to stop the zombies from spawning altogether. So there has to be that little air pocket above it, and you can see here actually I've taken it out, and that was a mistake. It only dawned on me afterwards then actually I needed to keep that in. You see how many drowned we've got right now, though. Loads and loads of them coming out, so this is actually a good idea. If you make the mistake of actually filling out that air pocket above the spawner, what you want to do is something like this, where you just basically build back up to get rid of all the water in that space, and then dig out the dirt from above it, and that should leave that air pocket. Now we actually get the trident to drop, so this is to prove to you that you can actually get it from doing this. Here's the trident right here, this lovely new weapon. It's meant to be quite powerful as well. I've not really tried it, because all I really did here was just get it so I could actually get the Riptide achievement, or do a barrel roll achievement. So the next stage here is actually to enchant the trident with the Riptide enchantment. Now there's actually 3 strengths of Riptide enchantment, and it was believed that you actually needed 28 XP bars in order to get the Riptide enchantment to go onto it. Now that I think actually applies only to the top strength. I actually managed to get it here with 15 XP bars. So that's just going to show that you don't need to do just as much, but it will help because it increases your chances of getting any of the strengths. And actually if you want it to be cooler, then you may as well go for the full thing. In my case, I just wanted the achievement, so I went with the lower the lower strength of that enchantment. Now what you might be seeing me do here actually is I'm using a number of different tools and just enchanting them randomly, but always with the lowest of the 3 enchantments on offer, and that is basically because I didn't get the Riptide enchantment to pop on this particular effort when I put the trident in place with the lapis lazuli. So when I put a different tool in there instead, it seems to reset it, and when I next try with the trident, it then gives me a different set, and eventually I do end up with the Riptide enchantment. Which brings us to the final part of this achievement. What we need to do now is just submerge ourselves in some water whilst holding the trident, hold down the left trigger and then release it, and you can see right there we do the barrel roll. Now just like every other achievement in this game, it takes a little bit of time for it to actually unlock. So we're just going to wait around here until it eventually does, and I promise you it does. This is a tedious achievement, guys. Farming all those drowned guys until this actually popped up. It did take a little while, certainly longer than the video alludes to. So if you guys want to cut the corner and just feel like just getting this achievement out of the way, if you're that way inclined, please feel free to comment below with your gamer tags, and if you subscribe to the channel and give this video a like, I'm happy, more than happy, to help you guys out and get you onto this map so you can get it for yourselves. Otherwise, guys, thank you very much for tuning into the channel again, and hope you enjoyed the video. Any comments at all that you feel might make this video better, or anything I've missed out, please again feel free to say underneath. Otherwise, I shall see you next time. Thank you.